Just, yeah, let's do it. Hello. How is everybody on our Friday night before another weekend? Looking forward to a weekend. Hi. I had to come on and talk because something hit me this evening like smack dab in my face. And I thought the first people I want to talk to about this is all of you, because I haven't had enough. I've had a couple hours to figure out exactly how this is going to play out, but I'm going to share with you what I have figured out so far. So let me welcome you that are here already. Hi, it's so nice to see you. Maria Rose, hi honey, how are you? Playing in the rain, hi. Jennifer, hi. Hi, I talked to you earlier today in the stream. Hi Cheryl. Sue, how are you? Good to see you. Heather, welcome. Gigi, GTA, Sherry, hi. April, Allie, just a small town girl. Jamie, hi. Angela, hi. And Sunday, hello. Okay, so I'm gonna maybe guess, maybe shouldn't, I don't know, but that all of you heard today's news. We knew it was coming. We kind of even knew what it was going to say, but it's now a for sure. They've settled for now without prejudice, I understand. So that means it could be if she doesn't behave. But for now, and she's very, very, very happy about this. And yeah, that's not good, guys. That's really not good. So she did what everyone suspected. I know many people, especially when Clark Swanson's lawsuit against the Westbrooks hit, and what was it, 2-3 days later, KJ's now being sued as well. We're able to put that together. And then Emily D. Baker, you rock, Emily, she said all along, the end game is for Swanson. And lo and behold, that's what we found out today. Okay, so I don't know if all of you know, maybe you all do and whatever, but there is a creator named Renelle Smith. And her and I have become friendly the past few weeks. And so I want you to check her out. She did a really good video about Amy Duggar today that made a lot of sense. But it was when I was writing to Renelle to tell her good job and then tell her my feelings, I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So here's what I'm going to share. I'm going to back up just a bit so you all have the background in case you don't have it. So we're just going to lay that out there. But everyone knows that KJ, I say that like I'm sorry, I don't mean to be like that. KJ started blogging. Then she wanted to do more and get paid more. So she went and worked at Pathos, which is a religious and non-religious platform to write about. And she, I believe, found YouTube because she wasn't getting paid. I think she's even said that. Okay, so now we've got her on YouTube, which she opened in March of 19, I think. But she didn't get really into the Duggars till December of 19. There was a few, I'll say maybe 10. I don't know. But there's a video and I've been working on it. I apologize. It's much easier to come on here and stream than it is to edit videos. So that's why I'm doing it this way, because I have a video in the works. But if I can come tell you and then maybe back it up with my video. But in December of 2019, KJ, like any good business person would do, took a look at her content. And her top 5 videos, I don't even remember for sure. The Duggars might have been number 5. It isn't that they made the top 5 videos, or maybe they did, number 5. It was that the views, hundreds of thousands of hours of viewing on the Duggars. And the next one down, I don't remember if it was the Portwood story or whatever, but it was quite a bit further. And she has a video, it's still up there, that says this, okay, I'm going Duggars. And so in January of 2020, close, she reached out to Amy Duggar King and struck up a friendship of sorts. And Amy Duggar King had opened a biblical themed, I shouldn't say it quite like that, a biblical name that was used to 3130 is a proverb that talks about women. And so that's why she named her store that. And she did used to carry necklaces, crosses, jewelry like that. I haven't seen any on the page the last few times I've looked, but that is what she did. So KJ and Amy Duggar, no. But what could she get out of Amy Duggar? She gets validity. That's what she was going for. Now, I had a sub send me their email to Amy Duggar King in January. I wrote Amy Duggar King in March. I see my hair is crooked. I'm sorry. Being KJ, let me do my hair. In March of 2020 I did fair warn her. And Amy wrote me back and said to the effect of, I didn't know this. Thank you. We will check into it. Well, it wasn't a week or two later. There was more interview and they were on lives and the phone and all of that. So yeah, right. Maybe her assistant wrote back to me and said they check into it and then didn't check into it, or checked into it and didn't care. Because you have to think, what's in it for Amy? I want you to be thinking about that as I'm talking, because Amy's going to get screwed big time here. Okay, so I've got you to March of 2020. So Amy did Marriage Boot Camp. Maybe some of you saw it. I went back and watched all the episodes, and I'd seen a couple when they were on the way back, but I hadn't watched them all. And what we know about Amy is her mother was a single mom, and she didn't marry Amy's father until Amy was an adult, or maybe late teens, somewhere in there. And they didn't last very long and they got divorced. But what came out in Marriage Boot Camp was that Dina Duggar was suicidal. And Dina Duggar shared that with her child and left her a note saying, I can't be your mother anymore. I'm not fit. Leaving her daughter a suicide note. And then, besides that, the father was physically abusive to the mother and to the daughter. So this is not a healthy, good life. I think that's probably how Mary Duggar factors so largely, and also Michelle and Jim Bob. So if Amy tries now to say it was this terrible experience on 19 Kids and Counting that was really hard on her and it worked on her self-esteem and all this. Yeah, no. Yeah. If you go back, well, they took it down now, but I have copies. 19 Kids and Counting gave Amy an hour special to go to Nashville. And she was put in front of big shots to sing. TLC did that. Jim Bob, no, we've all been told Jim Bob is the guiding force, the law of the land over there. So that couldn't have happened without Jim Bob's approval. I went back and looked through Amy's Instagram way back, and it's all there. And also things like Michelle helping put on a shower, and these people, this is a family. Well, I have a family. I would tell you, I would be so upset with a niece that has behaved the way Amy has behaved. I understand there's a falling out, but you don't go publicly. You don't go in your town. You don't go to the newspaper. You don't go online and tell everybody all this stuff. So she gets what they are saying is an NDA. The NDA is either from Jim Bob or TLC. I don't know which. I am looking into this. I don't know yet. I have put out some feelers to some of those people, but it's all hard. That's all private stuff. So if I can get that, you'll be the first to know. So we have Amy. She goes and does interviews. And in the interviews, she's sharing she can't wait to marry Dylan King because she won't be a Duggar name anymore. She doesn't want to be the rebel Duggar. I believe this is in a People magazine, I believe. Not 100% sure on that. They think so. And she can't wait to just be Amy King. Well, if you look on her social media, she's Amy Rachel King. No Duggar. No Duggar. So if I had a good friend that didn't want to be a Duggar, didn't want to use that name, like her good friend KJ, I would call her Amy King or Amy Rachel King, but she uses it as Amy Duggar because that's how I got inside, blah, blah, blah. They've walked this line for a year and 4 or 5 months now that Amy isn't the source because she's got an NDA, so she can't be the source. There are many, many things that there only could have been Jim Bob and Michelle, the siblings, or Amy or Deanna. So wait a minute. Or KJ's making it up, which that's going to prove here in just a minute that it won't matter anymore. And that's the point of this video. Amy has been sold down the river. So I don't want to get out of, I didn't script this, but I made myself some notes so I would be sure to say this in order. So I wanted to cover the Amy territory, the old stuff, so you would be in on that. Let's see if I've got it all. Oh, Amy has 410,000 subscribers to her Instagram. Do you think that Amy Duggar King would have over 400,000 subscribers if little Amy from this single mom with the abusive dad didn't have a Jim Bob? How many followers do you all have? Regular people is my point. Amy has 400,000 followers because of her connection to her aunt and uncle. And now to Jill, Jessa, Joanna, whoever. So if you are going to use your closeness to your family for monetary gain, for being able to walk red carpets, for In Touch magazine to do in January of 2021 an entire spread of Amy's home, inside the baby's bedroom, all of it's there. Amy Duggar, you use it when you want and you don't when you don't want. But this thing with KJ is where you blew it. Be careful who you get in bed with, so to speak. So Dylan, her husband, went in partners with a man. One of the partners I have found is a man named Jay Thornton. He looks to be a really upstanding young businessman. I checked him out on LinkedIn, and I don't think he's going to want what's going to be going down here around that restaurant. Just saying. But they opened an upscale restaurant, and it's a cigar and whiskey bar. So, I mean, I think the restaurant, bless its heart, got off to a rocky start because they opened the month before COVID. And so you know how all that went down for a while. They may be coming into their own now, but restaurants are very tricky, very tricky. I'm good friends with a fella that's been in the restaurant business for 40 years. They're very tricky. So, okay, so we're now in the spring of 2020 with KJ. She has Amy on, and they don't talk necessarily about the stuff the NDA won't let. Apparently that one video, Amy divulged too much and it was pulled. Amy was going to be in trouble for that video. It's a lifetime NDA. There's no expiration date. That means you don't talk. You change the subject. You go on about your life. Leave it alone. Okay. So now I want to go back just a little bit on KJ, again, for those of you that need to know the whole story. I had her at Pathio's, then she came to YouTube. Well, before she had her own channel on YouTube, she did that non-sequitur show with Kyle Curtis and Steve McRae. Well, it was with Kyle, but Steve and Kyle had the channel. And it busted up. That's a whole nother story, but between Kyle and Steve. But KJ attacked Steve because she was bulldogging for Kyle. So she attacked his military, his pension, everything she could think of to say bad things. He doesn't want any money. He doesn't want to share that channel. No. But she went too far and she accused him of sexual harassment. Trigger warning, I'm going to say body anatomy here in a second, just because I want you to know what supposedly was said. So Steve can be in big trouble, as we all know, for sexual harassment. KJ's first stories were it happened. This guest was on the show and all this stuff. Well, she couldn't bring the proof. She had no proof of what Steve said or her reaction. So then it became the producers of that show went through, couldn't find any proof. So then it became, he said it to her on a phone call. Steve says, the hell if I did. So Steve's furious, and I would be too. Somebody's falsely accusing me of a crime. I'd be pretty mad myself. And I can't imagine, I'm a girl, but if a man is going to be thrown that at them, and she already lied about the other things, I mean, the whole world could see this is BS. The other thing I want to tell you, and all the old videos, all the old stuff that I found and people have sent me, KJ talks like a drunken sailor. Her language is foul. I owe the sailor an apology because she's worse than the sailor, the way she talks. It's disgusting. Maybe you could check out Leslie's video. She was discussing, saying mean things about Leslie. That's a while back. Anyway, LB, sorry, didn't mean to do that. So for her to say she was offended, there's the trigger warning, for Steve to say penis in her presence, it's laughable guys. Absolutely laughable. But they get bickering. Katie wants a restraining order. So she goes to file one. Restraining orders aren't put on automatic. The other person has the right to say their piece. So there's a period of time. I don't know if it's weeks, days, or weeks, but there's a period of time where then Steve would have to respond. So when they was getting to the response stage, KJ and Steve came to an agreement. I believe the agreement is we're not talking about any of this for a year. That year should be up really, really soon. So maybe Steve will be able to be unleashed and can finally talk. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So over a phone call, okay, there's no proof, but she's willing to take it that far. This is all played out now this year. Kyle's the bad guy, just like Steve said. Kyle didn't handle court or anything right. Steve's been, it was all in Steve's favor. So that's Steve's story. Now, Clark Swanson. Clark Swanson's been in Katie's ear. He's been a source. And she's saying today that she got this disparaging information from Clark Swanson. Otherwise, she wouldn't have known all this or said all this. She can't talk about it, though, because that's the agreement of the lawsuit settlement. But we know what she said today, and we know what has happened. So Clark Swanson gets thrown under the bus by KJ. She sold him out. That should be a message to anybody that would source her. She turns on you. What did she do with Janelle's private DMs? Here you go. I don't like you anymore. That gets me to Amy and KJ right now. Okay. March 31st of 2021. KJ's two first videos that day. One's Amber, the next one's a Duggar. She does a full-blown commercial talking about 3130. She has mentioned it throughout this past year, but I mean a full-on commercial. So, and the affiliate link and everything. She's put it in her description box. It's all there. And let's see, actually first, 4 days later, Jed Duggar gets married. And KJ has the pass to go in and watch that wedding. She got the link from a source. Really? Who was that source? The person's clothing line that you were pushing 4 days ago? It's too coincidental, you guys. March 31st, April 3rd, KJ dresses up, puts on lipstick, and she's going to hold the wedding for everybody and tell everybody what it's looking like. She's getting credence and validity by she's invited to the wedding. Because it was a internet wedding instead of a live wedding, imagine if KJ was at the wedding walking in. No, not in any world we know, but because it was a link, she could do it without anybody seeing that somebody gave her that link. Do I know it's Amy? No. Do I believe with my heart and soul it's Amy? Yes, I do. The funny thing is, I can show you video after video after video where she doesn't have her facts straight and she's guessing, or she's more than likely pushing the narrative she is trying to make. But it doesn't matter because everyone knows Amy is in Katie's ear. So now it looks really good. Really, really good for Katie, right? Okay. So now, if you're Amy Duggar You have an NDA. You cannot talk. You have decided to be friends with Katie Joy Paulson, a snake. If KJ gets mad, Amy, I'm going to tell everything you did. You're going to get sued up and down from TLC or Jim Bob or whoever. They will hold you accountable. So you better not make me mad. You better give me everything I've asked. Because if she said, if KJ has proof that link came from Amy or anything written, KJ has Amy now. Yeah, I was going to say something naughty, but I'm not going to say it that way. But she has her. So Amy sold her soul here on this. But now it's even worse, guys. It's way worse. This is what happened when I realized when I was writing to Renelle. Wait, if no source is safe because she'll throw them under the bus, if the Duggars sue, any one of them, sue KJ, cease and desist, a lawsuit, anything, she's got a get out of jail free card, the card she used today. Do y'all see this? The card she used today. She says, oh, I would never have said those things about the so-and-so Duggar, but the disparaging remarks that they're so upset about, Amy told me. Amy told me. Where, Katie? Emails? Truth? Where? Oh, well, we talk on the phone. I think she told me that on the phone. Steve McRae, Clark Swanson, Amy Duggar, and anybody else that's been a source. Amy, more than all of them, is now, I like to use the word peach when I would have said the female dog word. So Amy is now KJ's peach because Amy is in a squeeze box. If she wants out and doesn't want to do this anymore, no, you sold your soul to the devil here. If TLC, Jim Bob, pull her out, KJ will honor that as long as she can use Amy. But when she can't use her anymore, Amy will be thrown under the bus. She will be tattled on by little Miss Tattletale, and Amy will be in legal trouble. So there's so much, everyone, we've seen so much, and I have been rabbit hole city for quite a while. This maybe wouldn't have hit me the way it did, except that I was working on an Amy Duggar video because of her town is their town, that area is predominantly Republican. And KJ hates Republicans, hates them. There was a Instagram, and Dylan, Amy Duggar's husband, commented in it, and it's like someone said in it, of course they're Trumpers. It's just like, yeah. So it's not only religion, but it's politics. The two things that never should be talked about, unless that's your field, which this is not her field. I have a video. Let's give you a sneak peek. Katie said Pentecost doesn't exist in Christian churches. And remember, she doesn't know her saint name because it's too long ago. She couldn't remember. I'm 21 years older than KJ, and I still remember my confirmation training. I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't. So I'm doing a little video on that too, because she doesn't understand the Civil War. She doesn't understand religion. She doesn't understand UTIs. It's like, what the heck? What do you know about? Literally. You steal your stories off of Duggar Snark and Reddit and trash magazines, and you come out and blah, 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 and don't get. She's not doing research, but that's a whole nother story. So let's recap what I've said here, and then I'm going to take a look at what you guys are saying to me. KJ can't be trusted. If you're going to be a source, you better really, really do your homework before you think sending her anything. Because if she can have a hook on you, she will use it, and you will be happy no more. No more. I want to throw in here that I really liked Dylan, the husband. I liked Amy, actually. I don't like what Amy's done to be such an the In Touch. That's another thing. The In Touch magazine, the furniture, the house interior, Amy's World spread. That's who outed this story. And I don't, that's not my problem. They published children's information, In Touch did. And the children were the 4 Duggar girls and the babysitter. Amy's supposedly friends with Jill. They're suing the state, the county, the local for that should have been sealed. It's about children. That's what we do. We seal records that involve children. It isn't redacted. No, you can't say he was 14 and then he touched 4 of his little sisters. Right there, you know they're younger than 14. Even if you don't put their names out there, that's it should. That county and that city and all the people involved should never have done that. But my point here is Amy does business with In Touch. Who did that? I thought she loves Jill, Jessa, Joy. What's the deal? I would be heartbroken if my family members, this is the place that did this to tell the world about what happened to me, and you will go do business with them? What the heck, Amy? Seriously, what a sellout. You wouldn't have 40,000 subscribers on Instagram. You wouldn't have had the money for the boutique. I mean, you wouldn't have had the chance in Nashville. But you think you should just do this. That's not how family acts, at least not my family. Now, if she had her own story, if it would, she was an adult, by the way, an adult woman when she did Counting On. So she can't say, oh, they manipulated me, or you were an adult. You didn't have to do that show ever. You liked it. It was your opportunity to be a Nashville country singing star. Give me a break. But now, how do I feel about Amy? Is in a squeeze box. In a squeeze box. We've got the NDA here, and we got KJ here. She can't plead. Let's put Jim Bob with TLC. She can't honor both sides. And KJ's got her in a vice. You will be my peach. You will answer. You will do what I need. Now, I don't think she'll pull that hard, heavy hand until she realizes Amy's not telling her stuff anymore or something. I don't think, I think she'll pretend the friendship for now. as long as Amy's helping her. I also wonder, is KJ paying Amy? It's a question. Why would Amy do this? It's just weird. It really changed, and we all watched it before the Josh Duggar. KJ was coming, source, I have a source. Well, I did a video about her source about the baits, and that was crap. That source didn't know as much as I do. I mean that. About real life stuff about the baits, not just the TV show, but the real life stuff. Sorry, I'm opening my pop. When you talk this much, you get really thirsty. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying, and then I'm going to look these notes, my notes, make sure I tell you, I've told you everything I want to. But Katie showed her true colors in the Steve McRae. And I think there's a lot of you here and a lot of you on Twitter that lived it. I wasn't here for that. I had to research that, guys. And I don't know if you remember, but when I first came on the scenes, I was reaching out to different people because I wanted to hear their sides of the stories. Unirock's story didn't match other people's story. So I really, really wanted to talk to him. I wanted him to tell me his side of what he understood the story to be. But that never happened. I was new. I understand that, but I couldn't have been nicer. I told him, if there's any, you tell me something you don't want me to talk about, I won't. He made fun of me for that. I thought I was being polite and decent. I wasn't wanting him to think he was divulging things and I wouldn't be decent about it. So I was trying to say that. Anyway, I never did get to hear Unirock's version of any of it, but I talked to very close associated people, except for Katie and Steve McRae themselves. And then I also looked at the documents in Minnesota about her requesting the temporary restraining order. And that's how I knew he had the days to respond. So, okay, let's see what you guys are all saying. Okay, I'm going to start at the bottom and where we are right now. Amy is talking because Amy is mad about. Oh, Justine, honey, no, honey, that's not true. I'm sorry. I understand you must be a KJ supporter, and you're welcome to be here, and you're welcome to say that, but that's not true. That's just not true. She can't. Just if I was to use your comment, honey, put it on the screen, you just threw Amy under the bus yourself right there. You shouldn't have done that. Amy's talking because she's mad at Jim Bob. She's not allowed to talk. She signed an NDA. She can't do that. So even your comment, honey, is misguided. I wouldn't do that. Okay. Oh, yes, Kaylee, I understand. I thought of that too, buying the clothes. But I think it's bigger money. I don't think that's it. But now, after today, I don't think she's even going to have to give her money. So again, Amy gets the shaft because she has Amy right where she wants her. Oh, you don't want to do it anymore? I got all these emails, Amy, all this stuff. I recorded our phone calls. Whoa. Now, I don't know that, but after watching what she did with Steve McRae and how much she sold out Clark Swanson, I do believe KJ's looking out for KJ 100%. Hi, MM. I love his video he did afterwards, which squashed KJ's saying he was bullied and put in a. Oh, are we talking about what's his first name? Eric. Are you talking about Eric? I agree. That was amazing. What happened with Eric from Preacher Boys? Perfect. showed KJ's exactly the world. She did it. She did exactly the things any one of us warned him she might do. And she did it herself. Just play it out. I asked him on Twitter, what are you doing? Oh, please explain. Because all I could imagine was he was going to say, or she was going to say he was her source and he offered to come on. And so I was looking forward to this or something to that effect. So I asked it, and you can't tell in typing what it sounds like. It came across, a couple of people pointed to me like I was a little more upset. And so I reached out to Eric and apologized. I didn't mean it as badly as it came across, and I was very proud of him. He does very good work. You want an advocate for help coming out of these Christian religions. Eric's a very good source. Very good source. I really think a lot of that young man. He's doing a good job. Okay. Petra, hi. Have aunt principals remember when she was and came on live with KJ? Oh, yeah. Well, we're open and free. Well, see, yeah, Jubilee, she could have a personal vendetta. But again, I have 4 nieces. We have never had a squabble. But if we did, that relationship, I built that relationship since they were babies. I love those 4 girls. They wouldn't, even if they were really mad at me, they wouldn't take it to internet or to the newspaper or whoever would listen. You keep that at home. Weren't all of you taught that? You don't air the family's dirty laundry. My thing is, we've never heard exactly, probably because of the NDA, but it's not what KJ says it is. It is not that way. It's not the Duggars when she talks. It's not that way either. She is building a narrative, plain and simple. She has nothing to back up the things she says. Never, ever. I've watched video after video. Not happening. Hi, MM. The girls remind us of the time. Yeah. Oh, are they? I hope that's true. On the In Touch, I thought they let that go, but maybe not. I hope you're right. I really hope you're right. Hi, Aaron. Keem has to be more right. I'm not sure what that. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Haven't seen you for a little bit. How you feeling? You good? Oh, good. You go, girl. I love so many of you. So many of you, I basically met my first week on the internet, and I love still seeing you. It just makes me happy. Angela's one of my good friends too. Crystal and Angela and a lot of you. Oops, I'm not supposed to do that. Remember? Oh, thank you, Crystal. That's great. Look how fast yeah, hours, Angela, hours. GTA. Still in awe that she doesn't understand the most basic tenets of her ex faith, even if you're the most anti-Catholic. Yeah. Well, the thing is, on the Catholic thing or any of the religions, you don't just come out and spew nonsense. Oh, Passover and Pentecost aren't Christian religions, and Jesus wanted all that to go away. What? No. The first 6 books of the Bible are the Torah, which is Jewish. That's where they come from. That's what we share, right? They're in our Bible to this day for a reason. Christ himself was a Jew, so he brings that with him. It isn't gone from him. It's part of the story. KJ, you guys, she said that the Civil War, that the South was the North was doing really great. Their farms and farmers were doing really great. And the South was greedy and didn't want them to be doing really great. Does she know anything? The North, corn, soybeans. South, cotton, tobacco. They don't even grow the same crops. But those tobacco and cotton growers were pretty upset about those farmers up there in the North harvesting that corn. I busted out laughing. Literally. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Angela, when it doesn't serve her a purpose, she will. Yeah. Oh, yes, Shan, I haven't gone live in quite a while. Oh, Kaylee, you're in Germany, so you've already slept. Good for you. Shanty. Oh, I learned about that in the last 2 days. I didn't never see that woman before. That mouth. And then, yeah, there's nothing, redeemable maybe, but you'd have to change a lot, right? Aaron. No. That's funny and all, but no, we're not going there. When is she going, Sue? When is she going? I'm calling my daughter-in-law in the morning. My daughter-in-law lives in the same town, or she grew up in the same town as the Duggars. We're going down to visit my son's mother-in-law. I'm going to go there and find out. We'll watch for KJ. I'll sit outside that 3130. Oh, can you imagine? Wow. She going to introduce her to the Duggars and visit with Jill and Derek? Oh my God. It has been, yeah. 3 minutes of fame. Yeah, and birds of a feather flock together. And that's what, the enemy thing. KJ, you could see she doesn't like Amy's son in the videos, and she's just like frustrated. And yet she needs the validity. So we're going to keep her around. But Amy is, yeah, I wouldn't want to be Amy right now for anything. When she wakes up and realizes, I can't walk away from this friendship. I am now a captive. If I do, if she never said a word, she still's in trouble because KJ will lie. Now, here's the good news. Yeah, KJ, I can't wait to see the Clark Swanson defamation. Not defamation, sorry. The Clark Swanson lawsuit and KG's declaration. Because is she going to prove that he said that James Westbrook pulled the plug on his mother? Is that in writing to James, or did Clark Swanson put that in writing to KJ? Or is she just going to sign a declaration that this is true and honest from me, that I was told this from him? Because if you sign it, you're supposed to sign it under possible perjury. So which way will she do it? We know she's willing to lie. She lied on Steve McRae. Okay. Amy gets attention from KJ. Yep. You did see the marriage boot camp, Yeah, I watched it this last week because I was working on this other video. So when this happened today, and it was like, oh boy, here I am thinking, I want to talk to Renelle about nobody can source her again unless from here on out, she can say anything she wants. If you are willing to have any kind of contact with her, legally, it should have to come down to a phone number or something. But then what was said in the phone call? And that's how the Steve McRae thing got hooked up on. So yeah, guys, I can't tell you. Yes, real. Me and John. I got mine from IKEA. So I've had it for like 10 years, so it's old. So he probably did too. Oh, Erin, that's so kind of you. I know she should have already split though. Just a small town girl to make that work. Renelle is awesome. Yes, 100% agree. So be sure to look at that video. She has different take. I mean, she's talking about different parts of this Amy KJ story. She's talking about how being the family part. I'm talking about the business relationships here. So let's see, where did I start here? I love how this thing just is not my friend. It jumps on me for you guys too, doesn't it? There it went, jumped. Saltz was just the defamation case lawyer. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably right. Nikki says Saltz was the defamation case attorney. So they probably have specific business attorneys that will be fighting that one out. Yes. Yeah, me too. I don't want any of you to think that I agree with everything, but I'm polar from the way KJ does her stories and her research and her narratives. When I was first going to do my channel, I didn't know I'd meet anybody. That's the honest to God truth. I said, I'm going to go talk to my phone and we'll see. And even I meet one friend, I don't know. But I've got many friends really quickly. And it was because I can't stand falsely accusing, falsely with just, throwing it. Every video, she doesn't tell the truth. It can be something as simple as he was very condescending in this article. And you read it and it's like, no, he was very complimentary, but she's banking on that they won't go look at the article for themselves. They just came here, heard their tea, they soak it up, they leave, it's all good. And how all of us probably found it ourselves together is because we did a little more digging, or like me, I listened to the podcast or watched the video of so-and-so, And it was like in my face that she's not telling the truth. Video after video. So that's how I got here. GTA, I can't read that one exactly, but cute. Yeah. Meghan Markle. Yeah. Yeah. She'll do anything. But here's the next part. Let's use Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. If KJ does a story and you guys, not you guys, her people like it, she'll do more. And within a matter of days, she'll have a source in the family or connected to the family every time. It's so bizarre. Oh. So we had a troll in here, right? When I might have talked to you there for a minute. Okay, did the mods get her gone? Wow, Hatsu's really. Wow. Hi, Leanne. How are you? Leanne, I didn't see that. Is that the apology video people talk about? Is it? I understand she took it down right away. She wouldn't leave it up. And Steve McRae had posted on his, and then that made her mad. Right? Is that the one you're talking about? I didn't see it. I bet it's still out there. Maybe when Steve gets released from this year moratorium on talking, it'll be out there for us. Okay, I see some of this. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if there's still a mod in here, you have my permission to time her out. Oh, mm-hmm. Yeah, paper dolly. That it's hard. I mean, if you put in your Google search bar, Amy Duggar King, Amy. See, if my friend said, my best friend's name is Dorothy, and we called her Dort. Her husband called her Dort first, and we all then called her Dort. She's 20 years old or something. We're calling her Dort. And I never thought anything of it. And several years back, she's at a party said, I want a new name. I want to be called D, just D. And so we all, it was, I slipped a couple times, but we changed it to D. She's now Grandma Dee Dee 40 years later to her grandchildren. She didn't like the way Dort sounded. I get that. My grandma was a Dorothy and she was Dot. So there's nicknames, right? But that's what you do for a friend. So if Amy and KJ are friends, just saying, why would she keep calling her a Duggar? There's only one reason. Only one reason. Oh. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Maria. Okay, great. She then came out with a video saying he didn't. Okay, she pulled it, but some people saved it. Okay, good, good. Yeah. See, right? It's whatever she needs to cover her butt in the moment, right? So, well, I have to go to a soccer game tomorrow. So, my little 5-year-old grandson's playing soccer. Pretty cute. But I really wanted to talk to all of you. Once I realized that KJ being, like, for instance, she was sued before, I think twice before, and both times she used the jurisdiction to get out of it. And so what she used this time, and it worked. Okay. So how can I not but think that she's going to use this get out of jail free card on Amy Duggar when she needs it? Jim Bob sends her cease and desist. I don't really need to worry about that. Because Amy, Jim Bob, you want to know what? I learned all this disparaging stuff from Amy. So I have an out. I had a real source telling me that. I wasn't just thinking this. I had your niece telling me this. Just like Clark Swanson. Oh, Toddy, I wouldn't have said that, but Clark told me. I'll testify against Clark. That's disgusting right there. One of the people on Twitter that commented on a post I made said that she will do that, use that right away. Like, I think the fear is that KJ will be more wicked, more out there than she already is, because she has it with Amy and she'll have it with anybody else. She sort of did that to Preacher Boy. It was a little different, but she tried to lie about what was in the DMs between them. That she had been begging to talk to him and he was ignoring her. And he goes, "That's not true." And then you removed the DMs. Don't go on there and lie. But that's what she does. And then she'll tell you she doesn't know how to lie. She's expert at it. That's all. But I'm planning to still do the video to bring the receipts for what I have here. I can't imagine that Dylan or Dylan's partner are going to be very happy that Amy has, gotten into bed with KJ, and that this is not a good idea. TLC or Jim Bob there's a reason they asked her to sign it. It's not so that they wouldn't implement it ever, right? Right? I think so too. We'll see. It's sad to watch. I think it really speaks volumes about who we choose as our friends. You get gun shy after the things that have been going on in our community. But the people I've chosen so far as creators are concerned, I feel pretty safe talking with them. I hope they feel that way too. And all of my subs, you guys are amazing. And I, I want you to think about something. I'm not saying any of you, right? But that Shanty girl, there could be people right now in our feed that are like her. And we wouldn't plan to hang around with a person like that while we're here, right? You go, no. Yeah, nice to see you. Bye. But they could be in amongst our presence. We don't know who we're talking to. After a while, you develop a friendship. Some of you, when I see you in other streams and in, Twitter or Instagram or wherever, I literally, it's like I know we are each other's peeps because what you say, I would have been saying too. It's like verbatim, like, yep, 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 yep. And that is, it's a good feeling. It's a real good feeling when you know I will never lie here ever. Okay, if you ask me if that makes your butt look big, I might be nice and try to tactfully tell you no. Please do that for my big butt too. But I'm not going to come on here. I don't ever want you to think, oh, she just lies. Nothing comes out of her mouth is even close. I would hate that. I would, why do it? Right. So I want that relationship, but I want us to do it, together. I get so many DMs and emails, and I try to answer. Some slip through the cracks. Oh, while I'm here, I have a question, a concern, a valid concern. Have any of you heard from Police Wife Life in the last 2 days? Let me see. I'll go to the bottom. Hot Wheels is pulling her eyelid. I know what you mean. Ah, there's times. Hi, Kathy. With Tati. Well, this Swanson thing isn't going to go good for her. Just like we picked apart the other declarations, KJ's going to have to shoot it straight. There is thousands of us that have watched her. She's not going to be able to lie in those declarations, or those of us that have 256 memory full of her old stuff. Wouldn't want to lie there, Katie. You're going to tell the truth. Okay. Yeah. Melly Lynn, I so agree. Phyllis, no. Aaron, somebody said, Aaron, you have an hour ago. Okay. I have written, messaged her, and I have her phone number. I didn't do that yet. I thought, well, I don't totally respect her privacy and everything, but after I'd reached out all the avenues other than the phone number, and she hasn't gotten back to me. I just want, are you okay? That's all. Erin, did you answer that, honey? No. No, she wasn't in Charlotte's stream yesterday or today. And she's usually there. She's usually here. So yeah. And she was getting beaten up pretty hard this week. But okay. Erin, thank you. Okay. I'll just send her a nice get better than message, because yeah, she's one of my besties, and I love her to death. So I don't want her, everything police wife, well, everything's always a big word. Maybe I didn't watch everything she said, but most of what police wife life has said in the last few days, she was trying to be helpful and she was in the right. And then to have to sit here and see people say your name and say it not nicely, that's wrong. That's so wrong. So I will, in regular hours, message her on her phone then, because I just got scared when I didn't hear anything. I thought, just like LRC, if we didn't have her daughter, if something happened to police wife life, oh my gosh. I mean, I can't even go there, but I'm just thrilled. Erin, you've talked to her, thrilled. Angela, ever watched Downton Abbey? This is a funny story. I haven't, and I need to. I think it would be my cup of tea. I really do. I saw that lady, um, she did the TED Talks on vulnerability. Oh shoot. Anyway, she talked about her experience, and that's how she found the Teddy Roosevelt quote and all that. And I just think that would be something I'd really enjoy because I loved The Crown. I loved watching The Crown. I think, didn't you too, Angela? Didn't I think we might have mentioned that to each other before? Maybe. Anybody else see that? I the Bates family shows back like the 7th episode or something, but tonight was the I Love You party that they do every year, and it was so cute. Or not tonight, last night. It was so cute. So I had to watch that. I don't get to see a lot of TV, and as I've shared with you before, I tend to watch retro stuff on rerun. I've probably watched The Crown from start to finish 3 or 4 times. Yeah, I know I have. I have my favorite episodes, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. But since you asked me, I'm going to ask you: have you watched it, and do you think I'd like it? Do you think the other ladies would like it? Is it good? I think I want to see that now. So I have Netflix, so might as well do it, right? Oh, Erin, I agree. She's a tough cookie and she's smart and she was in the right. So good job. I'm proud of her too. Real proud. You love The Crown. Oh yeah, I know. And see, we aren't to that season. How did you adjust when we got a new queen? I loved the first queen so much. And I did end up falling like, yep, the new queen's good. But I was so that the girl that played the early queen, so pretty. It's like, and good actress, holy cow. But this next queen, the newer, the one that plays the little bit older version of the queen, is a really good actress too. So I was glad. Oh, Maggie Smith is in it. Okay, good. Awesome. I'm going in. I have tomorrow grandson soccer, and then my second oldest granddaughter has softball tournament, but it's supposed to be hot. So my daughter-in-law asked if I could keep the 2 little ones. So because it's a tournament, so multiple games, and it gets long for little kids. So I have the 2 little ones. They're not that little, but they're little. I still have my youngest grandson is still a baby. He's 2, but everybody else is getting into school. I've got 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old. But so that'll be my day. And then I really, really have to do yard work. I'm behind and weed eating, and
Oh boy, I got so much this weekend, and it's supposed to be hot. I couldn't do it last weekend. Memorial weekend here was chilly. So, yeah. But okay, so let's recap. Um, Amy Duggar King is in a squeeze box, and it's KJ's in the driver's seat. KJ's any new source? Boy, did you see what was the name of that girl? I was really proud of her. Ashley Ray on Twitter reached out to the young lady that was from the Remnant Fellowship Church, and that was KJ was putting her hooks into, sort of. No, not sort of, putting her hooks in. And she told her to do a research check, be careful, blah, blah, blah. And the girl wrote back and was very appreciative. So hopefully, I mean, that's all you can do. It's just so much pattern we've watched too long now. Just truly, anybody new? Watch what happened to Preacher Boy. Just watch that 1 2-day period. I went, But okay, so I'm going to be back. I'm working on, so you know, the Amy video. I'm working, it'd probably be some repeat of what I've shared tonight, but also some receipts to go with it. And I'm working on a video about her coverage of the Remnant Fellowship. It wasn't just KJ in that one. Her subs, holy cow, were they nasty. It was just nasty. The lady hadn't been dead not even 24 hours. It was terrible mean. You don't talk like that. I don't support that lady. I don't agree with, I don't think hardly anything that she does, but that's not the point. You know, I don't agree with, I don't know who, but if they die, you don't have some reference. Did you see Fundy Friday's take? James did it today because Jen was under the weather. He said some things that aren't nice, but after he paid his respect to the family, to Gwen, to her husband. I mean, he did it very classy. Someone else we know doesn't ever have any class to bring to the table. I don't know what her folks taught her, but supposedly they watch her channel. If that was my daughter, we'd be having a talk. I know I can't control my adult daughter, but I might ask her where's her upbringing. That's not how we treat people. Slandering dead people hours after they're not gone. Okay. Maybe Hitler. Probably Hitler. I know even Osama bin Laden. I know people did cheer. I saw it on TV myself. I personally didn't like the guy, but I'm not going to cheer. That seemed a bit much. Just me. But Charles Manson, I mean, we can say some pretty bad people, but I believe even Suzanne was saying that she met her. She was nice. I don't think Suzanne agreed with everything Gwen did or said, but she didn't think that was very nice of KJ. So, yeah. You know, we make choices every day and have to decide what we're willing to be about, what we stand on. And I think that's part of the problem with our community. I should maybe do my take on the community. I might, because I have a few things I think I could add or say. I really didn't appreciate being brought into the story. Like, I got pulled in 2 nights ago. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was fair or right. But what else I got cooking? This is funny. You all know my phone is my office. So I have to work on something, send it to the cloud. Hopefully I got room then to maneuver and do something over here. That's why I went live, because I don't have to save this. It goes straight to YouTube and it's not on my phone at all. So that's how you get this. But I haven't learned how to split the screen and show you my evidence while I'm talking to you. I still don't know how to do that. Maybe when I get home from babysitting the 2 little ones, I'll try to check into that. But, well, I hope you all have a great weekend. I've enjoyed visiting with you. Let me check real quick if there's any. Oh, Erin, you're really close. That's awesome. She's just feeling stressed and down. She's not sick, right? Just the ick of this whole week, I hope. Oh, Kentucky Girl, I think I do too. Well, I'm a retro person, and I love the Queen and all that stuff. I've been to London. Technically, my plane sat on the tarmac till I got to fly to Paris. I never got off the plane, so I didn't see anything. I want to, though. I would love to. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Kathy, if do you have Twitter? I'll wait for you to tell me. Thank you. I will. Yeah, I look forward to the babies. My oldest granddaughter, she's been working at McDonald's, I think maybe getting close to a year. So cute in her little uniform and everything. She's 16. She's turned 17 this month. Oh my God. But she'd get promotions and everything. And she got a job at the country club as a waitress in their restaurant. I'm like, oh my gosh, honey. So now it's her uniform is it's the black slacks with the white shirt with the apron that is black also. So little cutie pie. Like, I would like to work at a country club. Oh, maybe she can use their pool. How about that? Okay, so wait, what's this, Kaylee? Wait, we're gonna stick around here for a minute because I've got a lot of scoop on this one. Kaylee, you're telling Kentucky Girl that she threw her grandparents under the bus to prove she's and Toad are both Nazis. Tell me what she said. A little bit more specific. I have some video about this, but I started a video about this one of my very first weeks I was doing YouTube, and I've never finished it because just like right now, the stuff I was working on, push it off to the side. This thing, what's going down here with KJ and Amy, was hot potato. I hope not. Well, and Karen's, yeah, but I'm hoping that she is treated nicely, and it's an enjoyable, it's a completely different environment, right? But I hope not those. You're right, I didn't think about that. If she's got the snooties, that'd be bad, because my I wish I could show you my granddaughter. I'm so proud of her, and she's just beautiful. You guys, we're talking whole beautiful and smart. I know that's what we all say, but really she is. It's like she's tall. Um way tall. I was way taller than my grandma too. Both my grandmas. But neither one of my grandmas made 5 foot. So at 5'3", it was easy. But she's got to go 5'8", I think. She looks stunning and thin, cute little. Oh, she's adorable. She's just adorable. But okay, let's see. Kathy. Wait, Kathy, what happened, hon? Don't leave. Wait. Where'd she go? Let's see. Kathy? We can talk privately. I said yes. And then if you have Twitter, and then I went off on something else. But I watched the things. I don't believe the BS. Kathy, what happened? You can tell me. Did I say something or did I do something? If you can tell me privately, or you can tell me right now. I'm not. I can handle it. Bother you anymore? I thought we agreed on things. I'm not sure. I hope you're still here. Please tell me. The other thing I was going to say, when I did go off on my little tangent about my granddaughter. Oh, Kathy, I'm not ignoring you. Anyway, what I was going to say to you is I have my email, and that's trueballofwax@gmail.com. And you can write to me. I will play this back, but I think when I saw you, I was really happy to see you. I mean that. I really mean that. So I don't know how you got your feelings hurt, hon, but I'm sorry. I know I didn't finish what I was saying. Okay. The Germans are bad and still Nazis. That's why her disconnect from her grandparents, as they are German. But Kaylee, live stream. Okay. Well, I would really appreciate it if you would either DM me or send it to me in an email so that I can address it. I mean, if I did something, I would want to tell you I'm sorry. And if I have a defense to whatever this happened, I would like to be able to share that. But I'm open to hearing what you have to say, whatever it is. And I was okay with you saying it here as well, but that's okay. That's okay if you feel you don't want to be here. I feel bad. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Oh, about the grandparents being German. You want to hear a hot one? They're not. They're not. I've got it all the way back. Yeah. Her grandparents were born here in the United States. and her great grandparents were born in Russia, one of them, Prussia, which, depending on the years, you know how the European borders can be, and the other ones are Polish. There, not one, even great grandparent of Katie Joy's was born in Germany. Not one. So it's sorry, and I have receipts. I have receipts on that. Born in Germany. Yeah. I thought we were over all that. I've been to Germany twice. I thought we were past Nazis stuff. Are we still mad at the Japanese? I mean, from World War II? Jeepers creepers. I really thought we were. Yeah. Stina, you didn't denounce your family. Kathy, you really have to share. You really do. You're not worth it. Well, that's not true. I don't care what this is about. Nothing happened tonight to have you feel that way. Nothing. Really, you were acknowledged one time. We can play the video back. I forget what it was, but as soon as I saw you, I said, "Hey, Kathy." If you weren't here when I first started, yeah, yeah, Hitler. We all pretty much can agree to that, right? Hitler would be the one we all go, hey. But I think, Kathy, what you need to do, hon, is tell me how to get a hold of you. Because if you don't reach out to me, I won't know. And I think we should talk about what happened. If someone in the stream, if you're just saying it was me, I apologize. I was very happy to see you. I'll give you the timestamp when I said hi to you. And I don't, if you made comments I didn't see, I apologize. I don't know what to say, but please leave it here. If you're on Twitter, which Twitter @ is, or please email me and let's make this right. I've considered you one of my friends from the beginning, early on, Kathy. So, yeah, let's talk, please. Right. Yes, Suzanne was sad. She knew her. Yeah. Yeah. It took me a while to find Katie's father's parents, but I did. Her grandma and grandpa on her mother's side were very easy to find. But they were all 4 of her grandparents were born in the United States. She did a video last year saying that they were from Germany. And what was funny is they were from Germany, but came here and her grandpa was in the service
on our side. I'm like, he came from Germany, came here and signed up to fight him. Okay, that's an amazing story. It just didn't ring true. And that's when my spidey sense went, wonder if that is true. So I checked and it's not true. So anyway, everybody, I am going to go and I hope, Kathy, you reached me or leave me, or let me see if you did. Are you still here, hon? Okay, she must not have stayed long enough to tell me. Okay. All right, hopefully there'll be something in my DM or my email. We'll find out. I hope. Maybe she'll come back to my next live. I hope. Don't know what. I can't address it if you don't tell me what it is. So you have to do that. That be your side. And then I will address my side. That's how we have to do it. Okay, guys. Well, everybody have a great weekend. And we will see how this goes. But today was a bad day. Bad day. Okay. Good night, everybody. Have a good one.